We are going to explore about the new platform that you are required to do risk communication. Saya duduk boleh untuk mengurangkan apa nama ni, haba yang dihasilkan oleh tubuh badan. Jadi kita duduk je lah. So today we are going to discuss about the Google site. Google site. Tujuan dia ada dua sebenarnya, Google site dan juga social media. SOCMED . So tujuan dia adalah for what? What is the reason behind learning all this? Is because of risk communication. Because you want to communicate to the public, especially with regard to the communicating the risk that are made available because of the exposure during the outbreak, before the outbreak, or after the outbreak happen, and then we want to prevent the future outbreak from happening. And then we need a certain platform that can monitor the environment, that can monitor the behavior, and the most important part is actually monitor the disease konteks dalam konteks sharing yang saya maksudkan tadi. So cara dia, tuan-tuan boleh pergi kepada Google site, and then automatically the Google are going to be prompt like this, and you are going to sign in accordingly. So if you go to any Google search, you can write my name, for example, just for the sake of fun just type my name. It's not because I want to promote my name, but I want to promote this one so even though my name is only a portion inside the internet punya system, but you can actually archive those things inside the Google archive. So automatically people can find you, and then people will know about your things Okay, so this is about my profile. So you can try to do it yourself Okay, so the reason of showing this is not to show off about me but to simulate by typing something with regard to some information. Contohnya orang mencari maklumat tentang certain kan, so they are able themselves to find out all the details especially yang berkenaan dengan bidang yang kita bincangkan So ini dah diarkibkan, maknanya saya tak perlukan pun specific domain. Using Google also we still can do it. Okay, faham apa yang saya maksudkan ni? Alright, so now we go to the Google site and you are being prompt something like this, correct or not? Okay, and then you can go to the blank site, and then you are enabling yourself to open up something like this It is a very nice, clean and yet empty canvas that you can propose to insert anything with regard to your overview. So example, I'm going to talk about the tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. Okay. So this is the example of tuberculosis in your website that I'm going to share to the public, and then I also can name this one as tuberculosis control. Okay. So one of the way to use this Google site is basically use the page, the theme, and also relevant item on the right side. Okay, so far so good boleh follow Okay, so this one is called header. Atas ni dipanggil header, and then down here we call it as footer. Okay, you can add the footer. Usually we add the footer with the contact. Okay, we put some contact over here. Tuberculosis unit, district health office, something Okay, Selangor. Example This is an example only. And then you can put name, you can put pictures, in fact you can also change the color and whatsoever. Okay, the reason of using this kind of method is because we know that the people or anyone that are trying to search for information, they are using the robot crawler. Crawler ni kita panggil dalam bahasa lain ni macam robot If the people write something on the search engine, they will read everything on the page. Faham tak? That's why kalau anda tulis Syazwan Aizat pun tadi pun, dia keluar kan dekat anda punya menu, betul tak? Even though the typing the name also in the cognito, also it's showing the same thing. Contoh saya letak kat incognito windows. So if I write something like Syazwan Aizat, it is also giving the same thing. Correct or not? So the reason is the archive. Okay, kita nak mengarkibkan benda ni Okay, so enough with the show off. So let us focus on what we are going to design So on the right side, you have the pages. Betul tak? Pages. And then inside the pages, you can actually add more pages. Okay, example, I can add another pages named as follows, which is I click the new page, I'm going to put it as profile. Contoh lah. Okay, and then it is make the profile available on the menu. I can also put something lah with regard to the profile. So let's say I'm not going to put the profile here. I'm going to delete it. I also can delete it. Okay. So let us begin with the first one. Usually when we talk about disease, we need to know the risk factor. Betul tak? Okay. And after we know the risk factor, then we need to put another page with regard to the prevention. Prevention and control. Okay. And then last but not least is about the epidemiology. Perhaps you can also put the epidemiology. And then you can put the another one, which is very important, which is contact us. So this is the primary layout lah about my page that I want to share with you. So perhaps the contact us are going to be on the top right, followed by the another one, the risk factor, the epidemiology. The risk factor are going to be the second one, and then the risk factor are going to be the third one. Okay, if you can see over here, can you see that if I insert the prevention under the risk factor, it's become a sub-menu. Okay, understand If I put it outside here, it's become a main menu. Jelas So usually the risk factor are going to be declared as second one, followed by the prevention and control and contact us. Okay, so all of these are called menu. Okay, and then let's say I want to insert another one. We call it as let's say dashboard lah. Dashboard. Okay, but the dashboard are not going to be visible by all the people. So I can actually use the hidden. This one we got the hide from navigation. Means that it is not visible, but it is there. Understand or not? It is there. But to make sure that you can access it, or your friend or your team can access it, of course you need some sort of navigation or hyperlink that's help you to navigate to that dashboard. Faham kan? So this one is quite important, especially if you want to do the split, check and also experimental. Apa maksud split, check and experimental? If people click here, then we want to know which page the preferred clickable as compared to another page. Contoh nanti kalau depan ni, kalau dekat home ni, kita akan letak 3 gambar. Jadi kita nak tengok orang klik kat mana satu. Tapi kalau dia cari, dia tak jumpa. Tapi hanya dia klik saja baru kita tahu bahawa dia suka komponen A as compared to komponen B. Faham tak maksud saya? Okay, so this is an example. Let's say this one is a dashboard. And then the another one, I may put another one, which is we call it as a surveillance data. Let's say lah, surveillance data. Just to simulate it to you, I am going to hide it, but I'm going to make it visible through the pictures. Okay, and then we will study the behavior of the people, how they perceive with our platform. Faham kan? Ini dipanggil sebagai split testing ataupun experimental A and B. Ini biasa dibuatlah oleh kebanyakan social media expert to trick the people for clicking here and there. So they will study your behavior, which one that you like. And then sometimes they also will prompt it. Dia akan sengaja meletakkan dekat belah depan. Supaya anda buatlah macam mana pun, anda mesti tertekan juga benda tu. Supaya you being clickable. And then they can access to your catch. And then after they catch your catch, then they can promote everything with regard to your search history. Macam, okay tak? So kalau anda pernah tengok satu video with regard to something not good, then prominently they will give you the not good advertisement. Faham not good tu? Ada orang tanya kat Dewan Negara, inside this platform, inside this web page, so that you can have an effective strategies. Whatever that you handle, you have the appropriate platform. Okay, one question. How safe is this one? The answer will be as safe as you need to safeguard your account lah. Kalau you bagi you punya admin credential, then you can actually revoke that credential. Okay, so how to share this thing is using this share with others symbols. This one, you can click that one. And then you can see that you can have a general access. You can also have the published sites, whether you want to publish restrictedly or you can publish it through the educational institutes or you can publish it using the public areas. Okay, so this is all the options that you will have. And in fact, if I want to invite some of you to become the editor also, I can do that. Okay, publish viewer or editor. Okay, faham kan? So actually you can make a control lah with regard to the people that come and goes into your platform. So the reason of creating this thing is to communicate. Apa dia? Ingat communicate. That's mean if you want to put something, you want to put a form, you want to put borang, you nak letakkan you punya template, whatsoever, you put it inside one spaces. Why? Ada banyak lah yang kita perlu tambah baik. Because sometimes the guideline are not available. Sometimes, even worse, the guideline is only available using the hard copy. Betul tak? And yet, you expect the people, no. So, cannot So, this is the example lah. I do believe that one day it will happen lah. But I'm not so sure when lah. Okay, so itu yang pertama tentang visibility. Okay, the next one is about the how to design. Okay, so let us design together. Go to home. And then you can go to the insert over here. You can see there are so many menu. There are numbers of menu that are available for you. Okay, I'm going to share with you the first function, which is we call it as divider. You can click that divider and automatically it's divide from the header into your main spaces. Okay, followed by the another one. You can put this one. This is called the content blocks, where you can insert something. So you can upload an image or you can select an image lah. So in this case, let's say I'm going to use the YouTube channel just for fun lah. I just want to see which one the most preferred item that the people are going to click, whether this one or another one. Okay, click here. All right. So this one, let's say epidemiology. This one is dashboard. Okay, another one, just now we create what? Surveillance, right? Surveillance data. Okay, this one, let's say I'm going to insert an image. So I can select an image from the Google Drive, from the link, from the Google image also, and also from photos. So let's say I just put it here inside the select image. So after this, I will give you some times so that you can explore yourself. Then create by your own. Okay, click here to access. Click here to access. Okay, you can see how the structure will be. Nampak kan macam mana nak buat? Senang ke susah? Very simple kan? Because you no need to do some coding. Some hard coding is already done by the Google. And then in fact you can also create a navigation protocol. Let's say this one, dashboard. I'm going to click this one. You can see insert link, and I can choose the first one is what? The first one that I make it as hidden is dashboard, right? And then when people click the dashboard over here, then I know how many people go for the dashboard. Okay, let's say the surveillance data also same. If the people are going to click this one, they are enable themselves for visiting the surveillance data. So in the future, I can improve whether this one is low accessibility and this one is high accessibility, and then I will make the changes. Faham ya? Okay, ini yang pertama. The use of the content block. Okay, the another one will be the button. When you click the button over here, you can enable yourself and also your team to see something to do with the items that you want to share. So example, relevant. Okay, let's say this one is health risk. So the link will be risk factor. So I already create a, what is this? A button. So whoever go and click this one, I will know. But of course, I cannot know it now. I only can know it after I attach this one into the Google Analytics, which is we are going to learn about it after this lah. And then you can copy and paste and then arrange it nicely like this. Okay, you can put in the middle, for example, health risk, epidemiology, and then you are going to change this one into the another one, which is we call it as epidemiology. As simple as that. And then we can also insert another information. Okay, this one is epidemiology. Okay, I have insert already. Now let me just give you an idea why I encourage you, all of you especially, to use the Google Docs, Google Slides, and also Google Sheet. I am not interested to promote the Microsoft punya product is because of this. Okay, you can go for slides, for example, and then find the Google Slides inside your repository. Okay, why I can include this one much more easier and good as compared to share the link with regard to the PowerPoint, because I can edit it. Today I make it as 20 slide. Tomorrow I can make it another 40 slide to add more content on that. Okay, this is the example. And then I can even insert the document also. Let's say a form or whatever that people want to use it. Okay, let's say I'm going to insert this one. Okay, this one are going to be made available on the left side of my presentation slide. You can see kan, there are some arrangement just for fun lah. Ni saya nak tunjuk pada tuan-tuan puan, just to give you an idea how actually you can share everything with regard to your information by just clicking of hand here and there. Okay, and in fact you can put some divider lah, so that the people will not be confused about your arrangement. Okay, and then that divider also can be arranged by drag and drop all the component that we have. Okay, this is the example. Let me just drag and drop it. Okay, if you don't like it, you can just remove it. Okay, if you want to put divider, okay, you can just put divider like that. Okay, this one also you can put divider. If you want to put spacer also can. You want to insert social link also can. Alright, so social link, example, you can upload a specific social link. Let's say the first one, let me go for the screenshot. Let me go for this one. Okay, this is the https://youtube.com/c/Kajidataonline. Okay, this is the example of my submit. One of the idea lah, using the submit. Okay, so I will know later on how many people click this button by looking into the YouTube analytics later on, because this one are going to be redirect them to the YouTube analytics. That's why when you learn something, you need to have the first and primary important landing page. This is called landing page. Okay, and then in fact, if you want to upgrade this one, you can also put another one, which is we call it as YouTube channel also can. Calendar, you know already the calendar. When you are going to promote this thing, when you want to do live, whatever it is lah, you can do it. Even you want to put the chart also can. You try your best to leverage and utilize all the component. Okay, let me just use another one, a very interesting one. We call it as image carousel. Image carousel is actually quite useful, especially to upload numbers of pictures, and then based on that pictures, they can have the scrolling effect. Scrolling effect. So let me just have a look about the item that I want to share. Let me just share numbers of this question and numbers of these details lah. You need to put at least 2 image. And why the carousel is quite interesting, because it's enable yourself and also the public to scroll it. Okay, you see, then the people can go and then flip it over, or you can also put this one, this carousel, into your header. You can put it like that, then they will have some animation. Okay, you can click over here, and then you can click the setting, and then you can make it as auto start, and transition are going to be very fast also can. So automatically quite sometimes it will change accordingly kan, and then dia boleh jadi dynamic lah. Okay, that is the another idea. And then you can put some sort of map. Remember map, this is what kind of map that you are going to insert. You can put any map, or you can go for my map. Remember this one? This one is what? Google My Map. You remember that we create a lot of spatial element inside the QGIS, inside the whatever it is that you have, and then we can translate it into a hotspot, hot analysis, hot depth, hot damp, hotspot, cold spot, whatsoever lah that you have. You can create it and then position it inside your Google site like this, and then people will know and notice where is the hotspot area, where is the cold spot area, and so on and so forth. And then you can put some spacer. Spacer and divider are quite distinctive, is due to the fact of the sizes lah kan. And then you can also do the cloud search. The cloud search ni, if I'm not mistaken, is quite new. It's not available before, but now it's available for you. So you can try to use it lah. I'm not going to use it because I'm not so sure what is it. Okay, let me just use another one, the sheet. You remember that we can also insert the sheet with regard to our OR and RR. Ingat tak? So all those information, you can just insert it like this so that the people will know what exactly happened in terms of our data collection. Okay, this is the example of rawang data that are being fetched around 1 minute once every day. Every day without fail, 1 minute data are going to be fired and then inserted into this Google Sheet. I can use this one as a dashboard also. I can just put it, the raw data inside this Google Sites. Okay, so enough with the first page. At least you got some ideas. You can straight away leverage all of this component and then make it much more better lah for the another pages lah yang ada dekat sebelah kanan dan kiri. Okay, iaitu pages-pages yang lain ni. Epidemiology, risk factor, prevention and control and so on. But remember, the important of the UI that you have, that I'm going to share with you and show just now, is to help you to communicate with public. Dia bukannya untuk tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, bukan sahaja boleh digunakan untuk tujuan yang kita belajar ni lah. It's not meant only for our teaching and learning, but you can leverage it up to you lah. Whether you want to use it for your businesses also can, whatsoever lah yang you nak buat. Okay, ni contoh. Tapi tak sesuai lah kan, kalau kita letakkan list name macam ni, dia tak menarik. So, how to improve this one? Using the dashboard. And based on the dashboard that you created before, you can also insert it inside. Example, you can go for local data studio that you have based on your reports, and you can call upon the sharing mechanism of that data and then put it inside the landing page. This is called landing page lah. I prefer to use it as a landing page lah rather than website whatsoever lah. Ni landing page. Kita punya strategi now is basically ask people to go and read and to empower themselves to understand about whatever that we teach them to do. Okay? Nampaknya dia semakin hang lah. Sebab apa? Sebab dah panas, komputer pun dah panas. Tempat ni pun dah panas. This is the example. Okay, KRM dashboard. Just now we learn also before this lah kan. Kita dah pernah buat pasal KRM dashboard. Okay, this is the rawang open weather map that I share with you just now. Okay, if I scroll it down, you can see lah. This is the data that are being fetching. They are already being fetched automatically every time. Today is 4 hari bulan Disember, betul? Pukul 3 petang. You can see over there. I already record it automatically. Every 1 minute it is fetched automatically. How you want to get this one? You can go to the extension. You can go to the app script. I have the app script. Run for approximate 1 minute once. The code are going to be fired. And then they are going to extract the data from the open weather map. And then insert it inside my Google Sheet. How to do that? Actually, you can, if you want, I can teach you later on lah. Tapi basic dia, all the codes is there already inside my GitHub. You can try to find it out. Ni contoh. So I got the dashboard. So what I need to do based on this dashboard, I can publish the dashboard, right? So I can refresh the data. And for your information, I already explained to you about the local data studio before, betul? And all of you know that this one need to be refreshed. And I also explained to you that the refresh can be automated by using the local data studio plugin. Kan? Pernah cerita ke belum? Tak ingat Okay, never mind. Kalau mungkin belum pernah cerita, saya cerita sekarang. Local data studio refresh. Refresh automatic. So you need to install what we call it as this one, a Chrome extension. So local studio auto refresh ni are going to be very helpful, especially if you want to make your dynamic pages like this is automatically update and update. Otherwise, it will automatically update once in 15 minutes. Kan? Tapi kalau anda nak data tu refresh agak cepat, therefore you need to install this local data studio auto refresh. You can do it for 10 seconds also can. 5 minutes also can. 1 minute also can. No problem on that. Okay, I can click this one. You can see we can have the embedded reports. And based on the embedded code over here, we can copy it. And then we can insert inside our landing page. So let me just simulate it again. Just go to your local data studio. followed by this button, share, followed by the embed report. Okay, and after that, you will have two options, whether you want to use the embedded code or embedded URL. It's all up to you lah. So let me just try for the first one, embedded code. And then followed by this one, your landing page. And one of the important inside here is your embedded code here. Embedded code symbols. You can enter by URL or you can enter by the embedded code. Okay, either one it still be able to be used. Either one is okay. Can be utilized and used lah for your own benefit. So now I already enter my dashboard. Of course lah kan, kita letak dashboard, tiba-tiba cerita benda lain pula kat bawah ni, it's okay lah. Just to give you an idea that the Google Sites can do all these things, which is quite useful for you. And in a few minutes actually, you can develop a very nice operatable dashboard that have this kind of features. Betul tak? Dan dashboard ni pula, kalau makluman tuan-tuan dan puan, you also know that the dashboard also we can filter, we can do the dynamic change, we can go for spatial and so on and so forth. Okay, ada apa soalan tak setakat ni? Setakat ni boleh follow ke? Ke tak follow dah? Ke dah hang dah? Boleh lah kan? So this is the idea lah. So nanti bila anda buat assignment, one of the reason is actually creating everything. From local data studio until you publish it become a website. I really hope that during your exercise here in this college or during your exercise dengan pakar-pakar nanti dekat JKN, you can use and apply all the knowledge that I share with you or anyone inside this college share with you, so that it's become much more useful lah. Okay, faham ya? So setakat ni ada apa-apa soalan? Let's say you want to insert the app sheet. Where you want to put? You can put the button over here, and then when people click those buttons, it will redirect them to a certain apps that they can install or they can use the apps, insert their responses and so on.
So kalau kita update dekat VLOOKUP,
okay,
automatic dia akan pergi ke application balik.
Yes. When we update inside the local data studio, then it will also updated here. Whatever it is interconnected to each other. That's why it depends on the usage. Usually, for the complex data frame that you have, as I mentioned to you just now, you need to reposition it in such a way it is a interactive dashboard. Then for the people that need to know everything with regard to our investigation, we are going to put something like this. Okay?
Kalau kita share ni semua, perlukan lesen ke apa-apa?
No need. If you want to publish later on, you can just click this three gear, the gear icon over here. You can actually go for the branded image to upload your logo, and then the viewer tool, analytics. Analytics are going to be discussed later on. But the best thing is you can straight away publish it. You can click this publish button and they will ask you what kind of name that you want to give. That's all. So in my example here, the name will be sites.google.com/ if your computer, it will be view kan, view / apa benda nama yang you nak letak, betul tak? So let's say this one I put it as TB. Tak boleh simple sangat, tuberculosis, something like that. So who can view? Anyone at the MyGov can view. So I can manage this one and change it into anyone which is public lah. All the publics can view it. Okay, when I do that, then automatically when I want to publish, it's become like this lah. sites.google.com/ilkkm.edu.my/tuberculosis. Okay, request public search engine to not display my sites. If you click this one, that's mean you are limiting the search engine and also the robot inside the Google to process your sites. Usually this is not what we want lah. We want it is enabled and can be used by anyone around the world. And then you can click publish. But now I do not want to do that because I want to set up my analytics first. Okay, setakat ni dah siap Ini baru page home. Then you can go for the another page which is the epidemiology. Correct or not? And in fact, you can insert anything that you like. Let's say you want to insert something to do with the data from the let's say open data kan. Sorry. COVID open data COVID. Okay, worldometer. Have you heard about it? Worldometer. Worldometer ni, for your information, ladies and gentlemen, is quite useful real-time statistics, especially with regard to the environmental factors. Kan, contohnya kita nak tengok numbers of people born, mortality, whatsoever lah, dalam yearly concept ke, monthly concept ke, weekly concept, it depends lah. This is the first one, worldometer. And then another one that I can share with you is the open weather. Open weather is quite useful and powerful forecast online services that can be leveraged for all of you to get the weather data. Of course, you cannot get the forecast data, but you can get the historical data. So that when anything happen in our district or in our locality, we will know immediately what will happen in the past few hours. Contoh macam data saya ni kan. It's quite meticulous and also non-intelligent perspective just to collect the data. But remember, when something strike and you need to understand what is the environmental condition in the past, this is the platform that are going to help you. Same also goes to the Purple Air. Purple Air is about the data that are derived from the IoT. Where the people can also get the real-time air quality monitor data freely available for America lah. Malaysia tak ramai orang beli alat ni, so dia tak ada lah. Tapi nanti kalau satu masa mungkin DKP 14,000 nanti. Masa tu dah ramai learn about how to make the sensor and so on, then we can establish the real-time map that are individual homes install their own IoT devices. And we can leverage all of the data freely. For what? For predicting the occurrence of disease, that's all. For knowing what happened to our workstation. And then you can go over here, you already learn lah about all this thing kan. I nak cerita lebih-lebih pun, nanti you all rasa macam repetition pula. But whatever it is, this is all the data that you can fetch, that you can have it. All up to you. Contoh, example, I can type here as Sungai Buloh and I can click search. I will know exactly what is the time currently being recorded by all this historical data. So I got the temperature, I got the wind speed, I got the humidity, I got the dew point, and I got the UV light. So all these things are quite useful, especially if you want to know about the planning lah kan, petang ni nak buat apa kan. Contoh macam ni, kalau kita tengok petang sekejap lagi hujan ke tak hujan ni, I can't see it very well over here, but I do believe that now is not the very good time for you to play outdoors lah. Betul tak? Sebab apa? Very high concentration humidity 100 means what? When your amprick is full of water, there is no chance for your amprick to become dry. Ketiak anda basah and continue basah. That means the water vapor that are available during the indoor or outdoor are unable to capture any more moisture from you. Ini contoh. Tapi tak semua tempat ada lah. Nanti anda-anda yang Sabah Sarawak nanti boleh try tengok. Ada tak bandar-bandar tuan-tuan dan perempuan ada di sini. So, if you ask me whether we need to buy or not, up to you lah. You can buy using their pricing over here. You can also get the free of charge API from whatever data that they have lah. And then, interestingly speaking, if you also will have the new generation of the people outside your field kan, contoh macam anda punya anak-anak murid yang baru, anda punya adik-adik yang belajar pasal IoT ni, semester 4 dah belajar IoT. So what will we perceive lah in the future? They will prepare themselves, so they will also fetch the data into ThinkSpeak, for example kan, and then they will make the data public available with that specific locality, and then you can fetch the data also to be inserted inside your Google Sheet, and then you can use it for your dashboard. Okay, faham kan dia punya konsep? Kenapa kena pakai landing page? To attract people to go and come and empower themselves. So let's say let's say you want to show the trend, you can show the trend directly on this one by using what? You can use the dashboard and then display it automatically. When there is some changes with regard to your data, it will change also here. Okay,
Even organization chart.
yeah, even organization chart, or even a very simple worksheet or a graph also, actually you can insert it. Okay, let me just give you an idea. I click the charts over there and I can request a chart that are going to be created based on a certain data. Let's say I'm going to use the Rawang open weather map. As you know, the Rawang open weather map is being fetching the data for quite some times, which is 1 minute's data once. So that's mean kalau satu hari itu you got thousands of data lah kan. And then automatically you will generate the chart. Of course, the chart are not very robust lah because it is being fetched and then need to be displayed in the website. It will make your website slow, but there is some way to play around where you need to use it inside the dashboard. Okay, itu dia punya idea ya. So this is about the ThinkSpeak that I mentioned to you. You can go to the channel over there and then you can actually specify what kind of data that you want to have based on what kind of people sharing their public channel. Nowadays is quite very useful lah I whatsoever ni lah So kalau anda ada data-data yang lebih granular, so this is example of the purple air. As you know, this one is the American product. Of course lah, kalau you nak, you boleh belilah. Kalau nak, beli dengan saya, tak apa, saya ada jual. Tapi saya punya produk sendiri lah. Contoh. So this is the example of the data. You see, 10 minutes average USEPA PM 2.5 AQI, Air Quality Index. So they can become a community scientist. So based on the data here, you can have the chart. You can use the chart actually. How to use the graph. You can actually import the graph and use it by your own, for your own purposes. Okay, this is the example of the US EPA. You can even export it. You can even download it and use it for your own purposes. Okay, ini contoh. You can use the averaging period, whatsoever lah kan. Ini adalah example how to use the secondary data. Ini contoh. You can use this one. Can you see? When I click this one, it's going to be displayed this button and I can copy this link URL and then paste it inside my tuberculosis control ni. For example, just go over here and then click embed by URL and then you can insert it automatically. It's make yourself available. This is the example. Why we do all this thing? Because data is the new oil. Okay, data is a new oil for a period of 2023. So I do not sure what else are going to be a new oil in our new world lah. Okay, ini contoh. Okay, ada apa soalan? So accessibility of your information and also other things are going to be shared inside here. Okay, kalau dah habis